Hello, and welcome to the Southern Belle channel. It is such a privilege to have everybody tonight. I am so blessed that y'all would tune in, and I do my very best to always provide entertainment that is G rated, is family friendly, is appropriate for all ages. And I'm blessed that this is the kind of channel and the kind of show that mothers and daughters can watch together, that families can watch together, from the elderly down to teenagers and everybody in between. I do my very best to always keep this G rated and family friendly, just the way that I would want it if I had kids, and the way my mother was always wanting it back when she was still alive. So, thank y'all ever so much for tuning in. Let me start by giving some channel announcements. The first announcement is that tomorrow is my viewers' choice auction. I have to tell y'all, this is my very favorite auction of the entire week. Why? Because you all choose. And we had lots of great choices, and the choice that y'all chose was Christmas in July. What is better than remembering the birth of our dear Savior in July? You know, theologians think that he probably wasn't actually born in December, that it was probably in latter spring, early summer, probably around May-ish or so. And after all, it's one of those things that we should really be given thanks for every day. But if I can make it into a twice occasion rather than just a once a year occasion, then I consider that a joy. So, y'all tune in tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we are going to have great items. Everything from decorations to keepsake Hallmark ornaments, even down to Christmas rugs and linens. So I can't wait for y'all to see the wonderful items that I have. And if there are any gnome lovers out there, spoiler alert, there are some Christmas gnome items, as well as snowman items and items of a sacred nature as well, with angels. I have to tell you, my mother was a collector of angels and cherubs. So that's the first announcement. And then on Saturday, we will have our regularly scheduled Bargains by Belle auction at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. On Sunday, we have our late night after dark auction at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we come back to next Monday, where next Monday we already have two great guests lined up. Can't wait to have them here. So it's going to be a great week on the Southern Belle channel. So without further ado, let me go ahead and start welcoming some of the people in the chat. We've got Danielle Barnes. Welcome. If you love the beautiful thumbnails on my channel, don't thank me. Don't even tell me. Tell Danielle Barnes. Danielle Barnes is my moderator that makes the gorgeous thumbnails, and tonight was no exception. So I have to tell you, I look forward to Thursdays when she sends me the 4 thumbnails for the week, and she does a great job of making them and making each one different and special and to look completely distinct. I just love that. She's an absolute artist. Next, I want to welcome my moderator, Amy, who's your diver. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope she's going to be clicking the link in playing. I had a last minute contestant have other commitments. So I'm not sure if she got my message, but hopefully she'll be clicking the link and playing first, while we look forward to F.W. Waller, the movie guy who is an expert at classic movies and critiquing and criticism, who will be on in about an hour. Next, I see we have Canadian girl Renee. She has been doing an awesome job of running the chats in my auctions. Thank you so much, Renee. I want to welcome Erin. Erin, thank you ever so much for tuning in. Always nice to see you, Erin. So, for anybody who is new, let me tell you how this game show works. This is a game where we play last word. How do you play last word? Well, here it goes. Last word, the contestant picks a category, and then we volley back and forth, giving answers within the category until one of three things happens. Until either one of us gets stumped, two, until one of us has an accidental duplication, or until one of us accidentally gives a wrong answer. And how do we know if somebody accidentally gives a wrong answer? Well, it's because our answer checker, who is Lisa M. Adventure Time, is always waiting in the back room, just like she is now, in order to ask her cyber assistant device if an answer is correct or incorrect. And we so appreciate her always waiting in the back room. So thank you for that. And so that's how it works. I'll give you an example real quick because we do also let people from the chat play once we've checked your channel and confirmed that you are G-rated and family friendly. So for instance, if the category was condiments, the player might say mustard. I might say mayonnaise. The player might say soy sauce, and we would go back and forth, easy peasy like that. The categories can be super tough, like Scandinavian playwrights, or the topics could be super simple that everybody knows and understands, like condiments. It is absolute player's choice. And we always ask players to pick items within their field of expertise. That way, they have a great base in order to have lots and lots and lots of answers, and we can go back and forth, easy peasy, because the back and forth is what makes it fun. Okay. I see my first player has is going to be my friend and my moderator, Amy, who's your diver. Welcome, welcome, Amy. Thank you for substituting in at the last minute. I am so blessed that you are quick on your feet.
No problem. No problem. Well, you might have a
Okay.
chance this time because I don't have my list, so I'm just going by
Ooh,
memory.
oh, I have a sliver of a chance. Now, keep in mind, Amy has a whole lot of degrees and she is much more educated than I am. So that doesn't really mean anything that she doesn't have a list because, as I said earlier, contestants can and should pick areas in their field of expertise where they don't really need a list because the list is already in their head from all their years of education. Now, for anybody who doesn't know you, tell us about you.
Well, actually, I have my own YouTube channel, Amy Who's Your Diver. I am a dumpster diver, although I haven't done a lot of live dives lately just because of life has been happening. But I am a dumpster diver, but I also, on my channel, I've done times of prayer. Also, too, I've discussed mental health because I have my degree in counseling and social worker for many years, so mental health is issues are very dear to my heart. Talk about faith. I've showcased my husband's art. I'm also a step parent, so I just talk about step parenting. I have our cute little doggy on my page too, because I'm an animal lover. I love music, so sometimes I'll showcase like different live music events, or different things in the area. And then also too, I make jewelry and sell jewelry. So sometimes I showcase my jewelry I make.
And tell us about your new business of custom making and creating jewelry.
Yes. Well, the materials I use again is again like everybody has their preference, but for me when I personally like glass, like different types of glass, different types of stones, and then maybe like some metal spacer beads. But for I use like stones that can and glass that can come from like Michael's or um Hobby Lobby and Joanne, but then I also go online and get some of the more expensive like AAA grade and more rare. For glass, I use glass, mirror, field glass, other type of glass beads. I also have used the mermaid galaxy glass. So, and preferably I like to make jewelry sets. I don't have to sell them as a set, but I don't know about you all, but if you're in a hurry with a set, you don't have to try to figure out, okay, what goes with this, what earrings will go with this necklace, or what necklace will go with these earrings or bracelet. It's like earrings, bracelet, necklace I like to sell as a set. So it takes the guesswork out of doing that.
Absolutely. Oh, guess who's in the chat? Our friend that we know from Big B, Hami Tangawai. I think this is the
Oh,
first
okay.
time Hami has tuned in. And if y'all don't know him, he is also in Australia and he has one of the greatest accents ever. I didn't even think Hami knew I had a channel. I am so blessed that he is tuned in
Uh-uh.
and he's shouting out to both of us. So hi, Hami.
Hello.
We also have Red Scout here. Everybody, y'all go ahead
Aw.
and click the thumbs up. New. Oh no, I'm buff.
Oh,
When we have new, especially when it is people that I have known for years, I have respected,
yeah.
and I have friendships with. So I'm so glad to see Hami, and I'm glad to see Red Scout from the Bold Lion channel. Amy and I are both blessed to
Yes,
be chosen as moderators for Bold Lion. He's a dear friend for both of us.
definitely.
So, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Click the thumbs up. And you know what else I'd love for y'all to do is to click the share button. Share me out on your YouTube community page. Share me out on your Instagram, on your Snapchat, your TikTok, your Facebook, your Twitter. Share me out absolutely any place. And we've got Solo Mom in the chat. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to see so many new people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is a G rated and family friendly show. It's also a fun game show. So it is
Yeah.
appropriate for everybody of every age, in every country, every nationality. And it's one of those things that I'm so happy to share with everybody. Aw. Well, Bonnie is giving us a few compliments. He thinks that we are
Oh,
both beautiful. I mean, can you
thank
ever
you.
have too many compliments from
No,
a gentleman, especially a gentleman with a fancy foreign accent? I
yeah,
tell
thank
you,
you.
I get such encouragement and such ego boost from this show. Somebody said to me the other day, why don't you just have auctions? What are you doing? This game show isn't making you any money, just cancel it. It's not worth it. And I said, you know what? This is my time to be social. I feel like I
Yeah.
am having everybody over to my living room and we're playing games, and I have such a good time. Sometimes you just need a night to let your hair down, to laugh and giggle and have fun. So that's what we're doing here today. We're playing a game called Last Word. And the way that we play, for those of you who are new, is the contestant has picked three categories of their choosing. And once they've picked the three categories,
Just put
we volley back
that
and forth,
in the
giving answers within the categories until three things happens, until one of us gets stumped, until one of us has an accidental duplication, or until one of us gives an incorrect answer. And we've got our answer checker standing in the background, Lisa M. Adventure Time, to check in case we need her. So here is my player, Amy Hoosier Diver, broadcasting live from the Hoosier State. And she's just told us about her great dumpster diving channel, which also includes videos about prayer, about faith,
Okay.
about mental health issues. And now we are going to get ready to play the very first category. But y'all go ahead and click the thumbs up. Y'all root Amy on, encourage her. Amy, what is going to be your first category tonight?
Well, I would say different things that you use in dumpster diving to like get the stuff out or to clean the stuff, or so dumpster diving tools or
Excellent. I love
like
that
stuff you
category.
use
That
to
is
like clean the stuff that you get out.
okay.
So
Great. I love it. For those of you who may not know, even though I mostly do auctions, my recorded videos are dumpster diving hauls. So I too am a dumpster diver. All right, Amy, you get to go first. Let's see what you want to start with.
I would say one of the things is well, I have like a big kind of like 3-prong rake that I use to dig in there, the dumpster.
Yes, you do.
So
I have seen you use it, and it's really smart because it's weight bearing. My
yeah,
first answer is going to be something that isn't weight bearing, but is great for the really light items, and that's a grabber. I use
definitely.
just the cheap $1.25 grabber from the Dollar Tree. I recently had to get a new one, but my last one lasted about 3 years. Will it pick up a 2 liter of soda? No. Will it pick up a jar of mayonnaise? No. Will it pick up basically everything smaller than mayonnaise and 2 liter bottles? Yes. So I love
Yeah,
that cheap little
definitely.
$1.25 grabber. I use it all the live long. Okay, we
Yeah,
go
no,
back to Amy for her next answer in dumpster diving implements.
well, I would say some kind of step stool or something to like stand on. So, I mean, it could be like a step stool or something just to
Right?
stand on to maybe get a little more in the dumpster.
Absolutely. Because even Big B, who is over 6 feet tall, he still stands on a little box or milk crate because no matter how
Yeah,
tall you are, you just need the leverage in order to get down to the bottom. I'm going to
definitely.
say a pair of gloves because whether you think it's dirty in the dumpster or whether you just think the dumpster is on fire in this 100-degree temperature, you don't want to be
Yeah,
touching the dumpster with your hands.
definitely. I will say some type of bag so that way you, well, like what you find, you can put them in the bags. So some type
Absolutely.
of bag.
I'm going to go with right. I'm going to go with hand
Yeah,
sanitizer.
definitely. Definitely a very good thing. I will say flashlight. Because even if you don't
Ooh,
like
good.
maybe dive right like right in the when it's dark, if you do dusk, you still might need it.
Oh, and in the chat, Solo Mom is saying that she's a friend of dumpster diving
Oh,
Adelaide.
okay.
I know Simon. He is one of my subscribers. So shout out to Simon if he that's a great. So Simon, if you happen to be
Yeah,
watching and you want to be an upcoming contestant, let me know or one of my mods know. Okay. I'm going to also say a spray disinfectant for the
oh yeah,
items that come out of the dumpster.
definitely. Um, let me see. I would say, oh, another thing, because I've done this as a like blankets or carpets that I've gotten out of the dumpster, I'll put them in the back of the car. So that way, like, it doesn't, like, get your carpet or whatever icky in the back of your
That's
car.
great idea. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm going to say a roll of tape. I see people who are blessed with dogs where they will find dog food that just has a little hole or a little rip. They'll tape it up and throw it in the bag. So I'm going to say a roll of tape.
Definitely. Um, I'm gonna say the other thing for like cleaning this stuff, isotropic alcohol.
Ooh, good one.
So especially on any like makeup or that kind of stuff that would go on your face, that kind of helps as a cleaner.
Okay. Something that I think I've seen you use, but maybe it wasn't you, maybe it was somebody else, is when people go to Ulta and they get the soup bags, I know that they don't want to get their good bags dirty. So they'll take a
Yeah,
roll of just garbage bags and they'll put the dirty soup bag into a
yeah,
clean garbage bag. So I'm going to
yeah,
say, even though you've already said the reusable bags, I'm going to say just a roll of
yeah.
garbage bags.
No, I mean that's true. Yeah, because those soup bags and boxes can sometimes get very soupy.
Yep, and you don't wanna mess up your reusable bags
Yeah,
because those you can use for years to come. Sometimes you
yeah.
need something disposable. Mhm.
Definitely. Well, and the other thing with that, like I know you've already said gloves to go like in the dumpster, but the throwaway gloves, either like big
Yeah.
like dishwasher gloves or the
Mhm.
other gloves, especially like for the soup bags boxes.
Right, the disposable ones, absolutely, that's a
Yeah.
great idea. Now, I wanna tell everybody in the chat, because it seems like some people are wanting to help, wanting to participate. You all absolutely do get to help and participate. Both Amy and I have 3 Ask the Audience for every single category. So when we start running out of answers or we're not 100% sure of our answers, we will start to use our Ask the Audience. So when we ask the audience, that is the time you will flood the chat with great answers. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to ask the audience,
Mhm.
and I see some great answers already. I'm going to take Aaron Scott's answer. Aaron Scott knows me from my friend Shannon, who is dumpster diving mom of 2. Shannon just hit 80,000
Wow.
subscribers, and it is such a privilege to be one of her 3 mods. And Erin is a fan of Shannon. She's a fan of me. And so Erin says a headlight. Absolutely. To be able to
Oh
just
yeah.
wear the flashlight on your head, have your hands free, that is a genius answer. So I'm going to use my first Ask the Audience on Erin Scott's answer of a headlight. Thank you so much, Erin. And we go back
Definitely.
to Amy for her next answer.
I would say a spray bottle because that's especially for makeup. I put the isotropic alcohol in that, and then we'll spray the makeup, like with isotropic alcohol.
Okay. I'm going to use my second Ask the Audience, and I'm actually going to go with Erin again. Erin knows her dumpster diving. Very
Yeah.
impressive. And she says paper towels.
Oh, yes, very true. The other thing I'm going to say is Q-tips,
You
only
can't really touch
because
a soup bag without getting some paper.
yeah, yeah, no, yeah, that's definitely true. I'm going to say Q-tips because on certain things, again, on the makeup, I will spray and then use a Q-tip to kind of go inside certain areas.
Okay.
So,
Something I've learned from Big B is he will use glue, because just
oh,
because
yeah,
something is broken doesn't mean he lets it stay broken. He will glue things back, especially when it comes to art and frames. He has a weakness for art and frames, and therefore
yeah,
he will put a little glue on it and it makes it still usable.
why not? Let me see. I'm gonna say I just had it. Um,
Well, you still got three. Ask the
oh,
audiences.
I already know. I already thought of it.
Okay.
When on a different kind of tools or whatever that they cut the cord, um, uh, um, soldering gun.
Ooh, good one. Yes, those curling irons and hair straighteners, they are relentless with cutting the
Yeah.
cord. Such a shame, but it is great when people can repair them. Okay, I'm going to use my first ask the audience, and I'm going to use it on one of Canadian girl Renee's answer. She's saying that she has seen somebody with a hook on a long pole.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not sure if I've seen a hook on a long pole, but
Yeah.
that could absolutely work, especially if you were
Yep.
getting like a lantern or something out. That'd work
Oh
great on a
yeah.
lantern.
Definitely. No, I have seen that. So no,
Thank you,
that's a
Renee.
good answer.
So
And
I
to go
used
with the
all three of my ask the
uh,
audience.
well, with the soldering, I'm gonna say like the electrical tape to like reinforce
Ooh,
the
that's a good
soldering.
one. Oh, all right. Let's see. Well, I've used all of my three ask the audience. I'm down to just guessing now, unless I admit that I was stumped. Um, what else? Hmm. What else? What else? You know, Amy, I think I'm going to have to admit that I am stumped. And when I admit that I am stumped, therefore, Amy wins. So, everybody in the chat, congratulate Amy. Hand clapping. Let's see some celebration. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! So y'all celebrate. Amy, not a big surprise that she won in her area of expertise, but that is exactly why I tell people, please, oh please, pick something in your area of expertise, because that's just plain how it's supposed to work. All
Mhm.
right, we'll see if I do any better with the second category tonight. Amy, what's your second category?
Let me see. Okay. How about different kind of hair tools that you use to like style your hair? They could be electrical or non-electrical. But it's to like style your tools
Okay,
to style
that's a
your
great
hair.
one. I love it. Love it. Love it. We're two ladies with long
Yeah.
hair, so we should know about that. All right, you two go first.
Hair dryer.
Okay, I'm going to start super simple and I'm going to say just a comb.
Okay. Well, and it's all, and we can also do like attachments because I'm gonna count like the diffuser that you can put on the hair dryer because it's an attachment, but it still goes with styling the hair. In
Right,
my
you
mind,
have to buy them separately and attach them. So I've even sold some of those, so you don't have to
yeah.
convince me. I know that diffusers are separate. Even though I have stick straight boring hair, I do know that. Speaking of my stick straight hair, I'm going to go with the hair tool that I use most, which is a curling iron.
Good. I'm gonna say like a hair straightener, the straightener tool.
Right? I'm gonna go with hot rollers, which when I
Oh,
actually plan ahead, I will plug in my hot rollers. That way I can be putting on my makeup while my hair's curling.
yeah. Well, they're still rollers, maybe a little different, but the old-fashioned foam rollers, the old school style.
Those are great to sleep in. I remember those, and they're coming back too. They're
Yes.
absolutely coming back. Another thing I like is the waver, where it has the
Oh yeah.
three barrels and you kind of have to weave your hair through it, and it gives you that beachy, tousled look.
Yep.
And those are so expensive.
Definitely. Um. Well, yeah, I think I have one, but that was because of the from the dumpster. But yeah, those are expensive. Well, I have shoot. I think I have, and I don't do much with my hair, but I have 13 hair tools, and 10 of them have come from the dumpsters.
Woohoo!
So.
Amy is lost.
Let me see. I'm trying to think of what else. Okay, you said comb. I'll say brush, because comb and brush are different. Okay.
They absolutely are. Um, there's a specialty comb called a parting comb, and it has a
Oh
long tail on it, and it's for doing a center part or a side part. So I'm gonna say the specialty comb of a
yeah.
parting comb.
Well, the other thing is I can't remember the name of them, but they're like big like hair clips to like section your hair when you're like doing a curling iron or straightener.
Mhm. Sectioning clips. I think that's exactly the right title. But if not,
Okay.
I'm sure people will tell us
Yeah.
in the chat. They're great at that. Okay, now I'm going to say, um, how about hairspray?
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, to go along with that, I'm gonna say I know like for there's the to use like the tools like hair dryer or curling or straightener, they have like the spray to like help with your hair to like protect against the heat from them.
Right,
I can't remember
like a hair
thermal spray.
protective spray.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm going to piggyback off of that and say a setting spray because the setting
Oh yeah,
spray helps a lot too.
definitely. And I'm also say like mousse in your like the mousse in your hair.
Right. And a little heavier than mousse is the hair gel.
Oh yeah. Um, let me see. I'm trying to think of what else. Um, okay, I may have to. I'm gonna use a help with the audience, but I can't see the chat.
Okay. Let me read the choices to you, and
Okay.
then you can pick from the choices. Aaron Scott is saying curling iron. Scott is also saying hair color. Renee saying thermal spray. And let's officially ask them now because they've just been throwing that out before we started. Y'all go ahead and fill the chat with answers we haven't said yet.
Yeah.
Renee's saying a beach waver. Renee's also saying a pick.
Oh yeah.
And
I'll go
y'all
with
keep
pick.
going on Amy's great answers.
I'll go with
I like
pick.
that too. That's great for getting the dots out of a hair. Excellent answer. Okay. Next, I'm going to go with a product I've seen in a commercial. Y'all haven't seen me, but y'all don't. I'll tell you, I don't color my hair, which is why I have some grays growing in, and I am not at all embarrassed about it. Most people tell me they look like blonde highlight. But I have seen Eva Longoria on these commercials where there's some kind of spray that she puts on the roots as her hair is growing out. So apparently there's some kind of root touch up
Oh yeah,
spray. So I'm going with that as the next answer.
definitely.
But I always think whatever color God gives you is the color you were meant to have. And I think we are all naturally beautiful and created in God's image.
Yeah. I thought of one thing. I think it's called like a. Oh, yeah. I think it's called a voluminizer, like brush thing that it's. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. My hair's so thin, I use volumizers. Absolutely. It helps to kind of fluff it up some. And I can use all the fluffing up I can get, I tell you. Okay, great answer. Seems like the older I get, the thinner my hair gets, but maybe it's just my own perception. Or maybe it's that we don't have big hair like we did in the 90s.
Yeah.
So, uh, speaking of that, I'm going to use my first Ask the Audience, and I'm going to go with Eating Girl Renee's answer. She's back in 1980s. There was a hair tool called a crimper, and I seem to kind
Oh,
of sort of remember something like that. Crimper.
yeah.
So that's going to be my answer. Thank you so much, Renee. And we go back to Amy.
Let me see. Let's see. Might have to ask the audience again.
Okay. Well, audience, y'all shout out answers that might help Amy.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what the audience is saying. Let me. Okay, we've got a heatless curl band,
Okay.
a bun foam for hair buns, anti frizz products, elastic bands, bobby pins, and hair clips.
I'm gonna do the anti-frizz. Yeah, because I forgot. Yeah, I have like an
Okay.
anti-frizz like cream that I use.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to say, um, there used to be something back in the 90s that I used to use called a banana clip. And it kind
Oh
of
yeah,
had a comb on each side and then it connected in the middle. It was kind of like, at that time, a new type of ponytail holder, but it was kind
yeah,
of banana shaped. So it was called a banana clip.
definitely. I'm gonna say kind of like the hair clip to put your like hair up and to
Great
keep it in
answer.
place.
Okay, let's see. What else? Oh, welcome FW Waller. He is going to be our second contestant tonight. What else? Did we actually say ponytail holders yet? I don't think we
Don't
did. We
think we
kind of talked
did.
about that in passing, but I don't think either of us actually
Yeah,
technically said ponytail
yeah, I
holder.
don't think
Even
we
though
did.
I know we both throw our hair up in ponytails
Yeah.
occasionally.
Okay, I'm gonna say barrettes.
Oh, good one. All right. I'm going to use my second Ask the Audience, and I'm going to go with Canadian Girl Renee's answer of headband.
Yeah. I'm gonna say because I know somebody already suggested this and we didn't say, but the then you put in your hair to help like create a bun, the bun poof, or it's like a sponge thing
Yes,
or
the
fun.
bun fork. Absolutely. Great one. And I'm going to use my third Ask the Audience and go with bobby pins.
Oh
Because
yes.
the way you keep your bun in place, the way you keep your chignon, your French twist, any of those updos is the help of all of those secret bobby pins.
Yeah. Um. Shoot. I can think of one thing, but I don't know if this is the exact name of it. But it's like hair comb that you kind of like you go like that, and then you can go like that. And it has like the teeth, like I said, that go like that. But
Yeah,
I'm
it's a hair claw. A hair claw.
okay. Because I
In
was like
fact,
trying.
I
I
have
know
one
like
of those in my hair right now. Right now, I have a
okay,
hair claw. So I love those
okay.
things.
I knew it was like something. I was like it's
Yeah, because the claw is what makes them stay and makes them not
okay.
hurt. Okay, let's see what implements. I'm gonna say some clip-in extensions.
Oh
Oh no,
yeah.
wait, I can't say that. That was in the chat. No, I can't say
Oh
that. That was in the chat. So, because I've
okay.
already used my three Ask the Audience, and I didn't mean to accidentally look over there and rats. So, Amy wins. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Uh,
Hip hip hooray!
uh, well, if the other person's ready, I can get going because I have to be going back to my dad's house.
Okay. Well, that works out just great because Ian F.W. Waller is here. So we would
Okay.
say goodbye to Amy, who's your diver. If y'all haven't already subscribed to Amy, Danielle is dropping her link. Thank you so much, Amy, for filling in for
Bye.
Sarah tonight. So, Sarah, if you're watching, we miss you. Okay. Thank you so much, Amy, and have a great evening. Say hello to your dad for all of us. Bye bye.
I will. Bye.
Okay, everybody, welcome our next guest. He's from the channel FW Waller. Welcome, Ian. Oops, I thought I got him on the screen. Let me try again.
Hello, can
There
you
he
hear me?
is. Welcome, welcome.
Can you hear what I'm saying at all?
Can you hear me, Ian?
Can you hear me? Am I
What
not
am
coming
I
through?
doing wrong? Pity's sake.
Am I not coming through at
Okay,
all?
Ian, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. My
Ian, can you hear me? There you go. Wonderful. Welcome to the Belle channel. If you could speak a little bit closer to your microphone for me, pretty please.
can you hear can you hear what I'm saying at all? Hang on.
I can hear you. You are a little bit dim. So if you could just get a little bit closer to your mic, that would help us all out. But welcome back to the Southern Belle channel. I am so delighted to have you here. Danielle is going to start dropping your link for anybody who may not have seen your previous appearances on Battle with Belle, as well as on my auction. Tell us about you and then tell us about your channel.
What about now? Is my voice coming in clear now?
Way better. Way better. Thank you
Okay.
ever so much. It's ideal.
Yeah. Um I was just I have headphones in my phone right now, so I was
Great.
wondering why the yeah, I was wondering why the audio wasn't so clear, but I changed the setting to so that my headphone microphone is the main input audio device. So yeah, my name's Ian. I have a channel called FW Waller. On that channel, I mainly make videos about the things that I like and that I'm passionate about. I'm a huge movie lover. I like comic books, video games, kind of storytelling and pop culture centered. YouTube channel, and it's just a place for people to come and talk and share their passions and sort of escapism with me. It's also on there. I do streams. I haven't done a stream in a while, mainly because I've been busy with real life, but I'm currently writing a video about the Terminator, the first Terminator film, because I'm going to be analyzing a scene from that film in detail,
Ooh.
breaking down its.
Anybody in the chat a fan of the Terminator movie? If so, shout it out. What made you decide to pick the Terminator as your next project?
Well, somebody during a stream suggested I do a video breaking down the filmmaking of the movie, and I've made a couple videos already breaking down the filmmaking techniques of a couple movies already. I've done a video about Conan the Barbarian, one about Alien, and another about Predator. The goal of these videos is to pretty much show how movies through basically through camera techniques, through editing, through cinematography, and through film scores are able to tell stories in a way that doesn't really involve what's written down on the page of a script. Because movies do storytelling and they communicate ideas and emotions through their own unique methods.
I'll tell y'all, one of the things I really like about Ian's videos is sometimes we think we know movies because we watch them on the big screen. We go to the movies, we go to the cinema, we watch them on TV, and we think, yeah, we know movies. And then you watch his videos and you constantly say to yourself, wow, I never noticed that. I never realized that. I took that for granted. And one of the greatest illustrations in one of his previous videos is he showed the same scene of a movie as you see it in the cinema or your home screen, and then he showed it without all the fancy stuff, without the background music, without the dialogue. And you realize that so much of what you take for granted, you never noticed. So all of a sudden, when you strip out individual elements, which he calls your attention to the things that you think, I should have noticed that. I should have realized that they make a difference. But as the
Mm-hmm.
viewer, we just take it in as the whole. And he has a wonderful way of honing in on these details that are crucial, but yet regular moviegoers never notice. And that is such a great detail oriented aspect of who he is and how he's built. Well, are you ready to play Battle with Belle tonight?
I am. I have to be honest though.
Great.
I've not really. I haven't thought too much about the actual topics we're going to compete over, so I may need some help from the people in chat to do so.
Okay,
So
well, I'm sure they will be glad to help. I've got some moderators there who will help steer them, and I've got some great viewers. So let's shout out some topics, which just shows what a good sport Ian is. Clearly, you can tell that his field of expertise is movies. So, what are some of the suggestions you have for great categories which we could battle with during tonight's episode of Battle with Belle?
let's see. What is
So
All
let's
right.
give just a minute for the lag. We should have asked them at the beginning and then talked about your channel to give them time to shout out great topics. But I'm sure now that they know the last minute nature of this. So Ian did not know till today that he was going to have to play. And of course, he, had a whole day of work that he had to put in because he's a hardworking guy. So he didn't really have time to think this through, but it shows how when he realized I was in need of a last minute player, he said, "Sure, I'll be glad to help you out." That's what friends do. So, what
Yep.
are some of the topics that you think would be great battles for us? Um, let's see what the people have to say. Moderators, y'all step up and throw out some ideas as well. And we'll wait just a minute for the lag so that they have a little typing to do. If not, I can always make a few suggestions, but I like it so much better when it comes from the audience or comes from the moderators. I also want to do a couple of shout outs while we're doing this to my managing moderator, Karen, who isn't feeling well today. She may just be letting this play on her TV. Karen, I hope you feel well. And then she had a power outage. So, those of us who are down south, like Ian and like me, we know about power outages during hurricane season. Karen is also in the south, although she's over in South Carolina. So, we send out our love and prayers. Hopefully, her electricity is back on, because we know that when you have high temperatures and it's hot and sweaty, it is no fun, right, Ian?
No, it's not. It's been unbearably hot for like the past couple weeks down here in Mississippi, and it's been like back and forth between blisteringly hot sunny days and days like today where it was a total downpour, just raining relentlessly throughout the majority of the day.
Yep, the
Actually,
rain has started. I will take the rain over the scorching sun any day, but the rain is just making my grass grow up.
yep.
Okay, we're starting to get a few suggestions in. So, my moderator, Renee, is suggesting comic book superheroes. We've also got the suggestion of famous movie producers. And we also have the suggestion of soap operas. Any of those three strike your fancy?
Um, well, the thing is, I would probably I would know a huge amount of comic book characters and film producers, but I don't think you would. So I would kind of like to have a topic that I feel like we could both have sort of a decent shot at.
It's
Because,
not
like,
how we play, Ian.
what?
Ian, no, 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 no. Okay, Ian, come on now. You know this is not how we play. We play where the guest picks things in their own area of expertise. So therefore, do not, even though you are a gentleman and a Southern gentleman, and I'm not about you, I can think of you like my little brother, but do not try to pick something that you think I know about. I am begging you, as per the rules of Southern hospitality, where you here, sir, are the guest, to pick a topic in your field of expertise. That, is how it's supposed to work. So I need you to play this the way we always play and the way the game works, pretty please, sir.
All
So,
right.
okay.
Okay. All right. So I guess the topic I will go with will be
Why
about
don't
Western
why,
films.
Okay. And then after that, I tell you what, since we've got to pick three, why don't we do Western films? Then we'll do comic book superheroes, and then we'll end with famous movie producers. Why don't we let that be our three? Are you good with
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going with Western films first. And just to clarify, these are not ones filmed in the Western Hemisphere. These are ones with an Old West theme, right? An Old West theme.
Yep.
Okay. You get to go first as
Yeah.
the guest.
Specifically films that are set in the American frontier during the mid to late 1800s that dealt with outlaws and sheriffs and lots of lawless, morally questionable, like townsfolk and
Right.
tumbleweeds and showdowns and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go with my personal favorite Western film of all
Okay.
time, the
So
great.
for all of our international. Mhm.
I was gonna say The Great Silence. That is my first pick.
Okay. I'm going to go with True Grit.
True Grit. Um, should I ask which one?
I think it has the same title, regardless of how many times it's been remade. Is that correct?
True, but I mean, like, I'm just curious which one you're referring to.
Okay.
Personally,
I guess we'll go with the one that starred Haley Steinfeld.
the remake with
Although
and the
I
one that.
believe the original one had the Duke in it, if I
Yep.
remember correctly.
Yeah, John Wayne as Rooster Cogburn. His character was played by Jeff Bridges in the remake.
Ian, do I get any bonus points for knowing that there were two and being able to name the actors in two? Come on, you got to give a Southern
Sure. Why not?
Belle a little credit, right?
Yeah.
Plenty
Yep.
credit?
Yeah.
All right. Especially since I know so few. All right, we go back to Ian for his next answer, and y'all get ready in the chat. It won't be long till I need some help. Okay, Ian, what's your second answer?
Speaking of John Wayne, let's go with Rio Bravo.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Wasn't there a Western by that name? Now I know there's some
Yes, there
horror
was.
movies by that name, but I think there's also a Western.
Yes. Yeah, there's a Western. It's got Kurt Russell in there as White Earp. It's got Val Kilmer. It's got a really strong cast of actors. All right. It's a more recent Western as well. I'll go with
Okay.
Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood. Came out around the same time, actually, in the early 90s.
Okay. Let's see. What else? Oops, I seem to be buffering. My apologies if I'm buffering everybody. I think there was a movie called Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Is that considered Western? I believe there was a movie called Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Any chance that was considered a Western, Ian? Oh no, did we lose Ian? While we're trying to
Can
get
you hear me?
Ian
Can you
back,
hear me? Can you hear me? I'm back.
yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
And for everybody in the chat, if you haven't already clicked the thumbs up, please do. And if you haven't clicked the link that Danielle Barnes is dropping to follow Ian's channel, which is called FW Waller, go ahead and click it and connect to him so that you can both see his amazing videos as well as participate in his live question and answer chats.
Yeah, that film.
So my
Seven.
question,
Yeah, it deals.
yes,
Yeah,
go ahead.
it's about a frontiersman And
Uh-huh.
so I would count that as a Western. Yes.
Okay. Whew. We go back to Ian for his next answer.
I'm gonna go with Once Upon a Time in the West.
Okay. I'm thinking that there was a movie called How the West Was Won.
That is a movie. Yes.
Okay. Phew. We go back to Ian.
Uh, High Plains Drifter with Clint Eastwood.
Okay, let's see. What else? I keep thinking that Will Smith one time made a Western. Was it called Wild Wild West?
Yes, that's correct. Although it's
Okay,
not a, it's more
thank
of
you. We
a,
go
it's
back
more
to
of like
Ian.
a, yeah, it's more of like a sort of steampunk, like fantasy Western, but I mean, it
Oh,
takes place. I mean, no. It counts. It counts. It's set during that
oh,
time
okay.
period. So,
Okay, thank you, thank you.
yeah. My pick would be The Magnificent Seven, which is a remake
Okay. I'm going
of
to use
Seven
my very
Samurai.
first. Mhm.
I was just going to say it's a remake
Oh,
of a
okay.
Japanese film called Seven Samurai.
All right. I'm going to use my very first Ask the Audience. So, everybody in the chat, help a Southern Belle out here. Hopefully, some of y'all watch Westerns. Clearly, you can see I don't. I'm relying on just what I've seen advertised during TV shows or um, trailers that I've seen when I was watching other movies. So, y'all shout out in the chat some of the westerns that I'm just not thinking of. Okay, my Canadian friend Renee is telling me the good, the bad, and the ugly. Any chance that's a western?
It is. Absolutely. It's
Woohoo! Thank you,
actually,
Renee. Thank you, thank you.
yep, it's part of it. It's part of a pretty iconic Western film trilogy, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Um, so I'm going to name another film from that
Back to his next
trilogy.
answer.
Oh, is it my go? Sorry?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Uh, I'm going to name
Yes, it
another.
is your turn.
Yep, I'm going to name another film from that trilogy, A Fistful of Dollars.
Okay. I'm going to use my second Ask the Audience, and I'm going to take Renee's answer. She says 310 to Yuma. Is there any chance there's a movie by that title and it
Yes. There's
happens to be a Western?
yes. There's actually two movies. There's one from the 50s and there's also a
Woohoo!
remake from the
So
mid
I've used
2000s.
2 of my 3 Ask the Audience.
Yep.
Okay, good to know. We go back to Ian for his next answer.
I'm going to name an old black and white classic called High Noon.
Okay. And I'm going to use my last Ask the Audience, and I'm going to pick Renee's answer of Young Guns. Any chance there's a movie by the name Young Guns? And keep in mind, audience, me saying that title is not an endorsement of guns. I absolutely positively do not endorse guns.
That is a Western, yes.
Okay, great. We go back to Ian for his next answer.
My next pick is going to be Django, the original. not the Tarantino one.
Okay, thanks for specifying there.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, if I say Django, most people are going to assume like Django and Chains, which is the Tarantino movie with Jamie Foxx. So,
okay, let's see. I've used all of my Ask the Audience, so I'm down to guessing. Um, I'm just trying to think of words and phrases that have to do with the Old West. I know one of the words and phrases they use is a quick draw. Is there any chance there's a movie named Quick Draw?
I don't know of any, but I'm almost 100% positive that there is, because there exists
Well, let's ask our answer
lots.
checker. Can I do
Yeah.
that? Okay, Lisa. Oh, Lisa, would you ask your cyber assistant device if there is a Western movie by the name Quick Draw? Because I'm down to just guessing, and that sounded like a reasonable movie title.
Alexa, is there a Western movie called Quick Draw?
From fandom.com, Sheriff Quick Draw is a 1963 film.
Yep.
All
Thank
right.
you so much, Lisa. I appreciate your help. Okay, I had a successful guess every now and then. Sometimes you just get a good guess. And we go back to Ian for his next answer.
I'm going to go with the very influential, iconic John Wayne film, The Searchers.
Okay. I'm going to guess just based on frontier life. Is there any chance that Little House on the Prairie would qualify?
Little House on the Prairie. When is that movie set?
By Laura Ingalls Wilder. It was a series of books and later became a TV series.
It was a TV series. I thought weren't we listing Western? I mean, are we listing TV series as well?
No, we're not listing TV series. I thought it was originally a movie, and the movie went so well that they made it into a TV series. But I can bring our answer checker up to see if there was a movie version of Little House on the Prairie, and then you can decide if it qualifies. I
Alexa,
could be absolutely mistaken because there was
is
not
there a
always
movie
a
called
movie
Little House
that
on the
spawned
Prairie?
every TV series. But
Little House
Lisa,
on the
in
Prairie
Adventure
is a
Time,
drama
would you
show
ask
starring
if
Melissa
there is
Gilbert,
a
Michael
movie
Landon,
version
and
of
Karen
Little
Grassley.
House on
The
the
life and
Prairie?
adventures of the
Oops,
Ingalls
I
family
keep
in the
trying
19th
to
century
add
American
her to the
Midwest.
stream,
The series has an
and
IMDb rating of
I am not
7.5
good
out
with
of.
this. Okay, Lisa. Oh, let me try one more time. And
I
we hear
just
Ian's
asked
adorable
it.
cat in the background. Lisa, oh,
Oh
Lisa,
yeah.
if you could please ask your device if there was a movie version of Little House in the Prairie. And if so, then you can follow up with when it was made, and we'll see if it qualifies as a right answer. Otherwise, I might have just been completely incorrect. So, Lisa, help
Alexa,
me out, pretty please.
is there a movie called Little House on the Prairie?
Little House on the Prairie is a drama show starring Melissa Gilbert, Michael Landon, and Karen Grassley. The life and adventures of the Ingalls family in the 19th century American Midwest. The series has an IMDb
Oh,
rating of 7.5 out of 10.
apparently it was not a movie, so you were right. I don't know why. I have the silly notion that every good movie spawns a TV show. So that means that I was wrong and Ian was right. So everybody in the chat, celebrate Ian. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! And surprisingly enough, Ian won. Imagine that. So let's see some hand clapping. Let's see some congratulations, some high fives. But the best way to congratulate him is to click on the link that Danielle Barnes is dropping and subscribe to his YouTube channel. That way, every time he releases a video, you can watch and learn about that classic film and see all of the things that you might have otherwise missed. You can catch up on his old videos and you can tune in when he has one of his live question and answers where he answers even the most difficult and controversial questions about movies, about superheroes, and about iconic characters. Now, I believe our second category that we picked from the audience was superheroes. So, what is your first answer?
I'm going first.
With the laws of Southern hospitality, the guest always goes first, regardless of gender.
All right. My first pick is going to be Superman.
Okay, way to take the few that I know. All right, I'm going with Batman.
I'm going to go with Ghost Rider.
Spider-Man.
The Phantom.
Iron Man.
Yep. I'm going to go with the Blue Beetle.
Ant-Man.
Yep.
There
Daredevil.
is an Ant-Man, right?
Yes. Yeah, there's an Ant-Man.
Okay. Okay. Do sidekicks count?
Yes. Yes, they absolutely
Robin.
do. All right.
Robin.
Yep. I'll go with Nightwing.
I believe there's a Batgirl. Wasn't that Alicia
Yes.
Silverstone, right? Batgirl. Okay.
Yes, there is a Batgirl. I'm gonna go with Iron Fist.
Okay. I think there's a green one. Is it a green Lantern?
Green.
Is that a
You're
superhero?
close.
A Green Lantern?
What? Yes. Yes.
Can a lantern
yes.
be a hero? Okay.
Yes. There. Yes.
If
Green
I'm
Lantern.
wrong,
That
just
is.
correct me, pretty please.
Yep. Yep. You got it right. Green Lantern. That is a superhero.
Okay. All right.
I am going to go with Thor.
Ooh, and handsome too. I want to welcome Connie Wilton into the chat. Always good to see my friend Connie. And if y'all haven't already clicked the thumbs up, please go ahead and do that. If you haven't already connected to Ian's channel, which is called FW Waller, make sure you click the link that Danielle is dropping. He is my guest and my friend over here. Discord. If you're not already a member of my Discord, the link is in the chat. Okay, my next answer is going to be an all-American answer of Captain America.
Yep, always a classic. I'm going to go with the Rocketeer.
Okay. I know that there are a few female superheroes. It seems like there are more villains, but we're not doing villains. We are doing superheroes, and I love that we are applauding all that is good and heroic and not getting bogged down into what is dastardly. I'm going to say Wonder Woman.
Yep, you're correct. Wonder Woman is indeed a superhero. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Hulk.
Okay. I'm going to use my very first Ask the Audience. Now, it is so hard to know which of these are superheroes, which of these aren't, because if I haven't heard from it, it is just guessing. So, y'all go ahead and just fill the chat with great superheroes. Okay, I'm going to go with a Canadian girl, Renee. She's saying there is a superhero called the Green Arrow. Is there a Green Arrow?
Yes, yes, there is.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right. My pick for that. I'll go with Doctor Strange.
Okay. I'm going to use my second Ask the Audience. And Renee is also telling me there's a superhero called Flash. Is there indeed
Yep.
a superhero called Flash? If so, it'd be a great name for a superhero.
Yes, there is indeed the Flash. He's a pretty iconic DC character, known for his super speed.
Okay, great. Okay, we go back to Ian for his next answer.
I'm going to go with Wolverine.
Ooh, Hugh Jackman. Okay. And last but not least, I'm going to use my third Ask the Audience. And I should have actually thought of this. The great character Jason Momoa plays Aquaman. Thank you, Renee, for calling that to mind. It's always nice when I've actually heard of them. So that's my answer for this round. And that will mean I have used all three of my Ask the Audiences. So I'll have to either think of more answers or start guessing. But we go back to Ian to see what his next answer will be.
My next one will be Black Panther.
Ooh, another one I've heard of, a nice recent one. Okay, let me ask this. Can a superhero be animated?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna make this guess. It might be a right guess, might be a wrong guess. We'll have to see what Ian says. But I seem to remember watching some reruns of an animated character called Mighty Mouse, and he used to say, "Here I come to save the day." Does that make Mighty Mouse a superhero?
Yeah, Mighty Mouse was featured in
If he
newspaper
saves
comic
the day,
strips,
does
I
that make him a
believe.
superhero?
Yeah, Mighty Mouse, I think, was featured in
So,
newspaper comic strips. So, yes,
does it
I
make it a
believe he
correct answer?
counts. Yes. I
Okay,
mean,
thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, I
Okay,
mentioned,
we go back to Ian.
I'm going to go with The Shadow.
Ooh, sounds ominous. All right.
Very.
Let's see. Who else could possibly be a superhero? Um, who else could be a superhero? Um, I should be able to think of more. I have to admit, Ian, that I am just stumped. So, everybody in the chat, thank you so much for the answers that you have helped me with suggesting. But Ian wins. Everybody, applaud Ian. Let's see some clapping. Let's see some high fives, some congratulations. And I say, hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Thank you ever so much. Another great win. So far, he has beat me 2-0. But here on Battle with Belle, we always play all three categories because it is a battle of wits for bragging rights, and we just have a fun time playing with friendship and fellowship here. So we're going to go ahead and play the third category, which I believe was movie producers.
Yep.
So, Ian, let's see. Who is your first movie producer?
I'm going to go with Guillermo del Toro. He's produced quite a few films.
Okay, I'm going to go with a producer of a lot of action and adventure films, Michael Bay.
Yep. Steven Spielberg.
Okay, way to take the few I know, but I see how we're playing today. When you're friends, you don't have to hold back. You're still going to be friends anyway. All right, I'm going to go with George Lucas.
Yep, he's produced quite a few.
Is George Lucas the correct answer? Okay.
Yes. One thing I want to make clear, we are talking about producers, not directors. There is a difference.
And let me see if I understand the difference. And if I get it wrong, please, oh, please correct me. A producer is a person that gives money, that supplies in the financing of the movie, either through their own finances, through a movie production company that they own and run, or through gathering of finances. And they are also able, with their producing money, to have a say-so in how the movie is made. Is that correct?
You got it right on the money. Yes. Yeah. The producer is like,
okay.
Yeah, the producer is basically the single person who is the chief investor of the film, pretty much. But yeah, I'm glad we got that squared away.
Thank you so much for helping me to clarify.
You're welcome.
We go back to Ian for his next answer.
I'm going to go with Jerry Bruckheimer. He actually produced quite a few action films in the 80s and 90s. He produced quite a few of Michael Bay's films as well.
Okay. I believe that, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Tom Cruise has become a producer of films, both for himself and for other people. Is Tom Cruise a producer?
He is.
Okay.
He's definitely successful and established enough that he can absolutely be a producer now, and he is.
Okay.
So yes, my next choice is going to be Joel Silver. He was a producer on Predator and I believe Die Hard, the first Die Hard. Yeah.
Okay. Another actress turned producer is Drew Barrymore. I believe her production company is called Flower Power. or is it Flower Child? It's Flower something, because I know she's produced a lot of her own projects in order to get the movies that she made.
All right. Yep. That's an answer. That
Do we need to
is
verify that? If so, I can bring Lisa on the screen.
no,
Or
no,
if you
no.
know
Like
of her
she
production company.
I know Drew Barrymore. I know she's got her own production company, and she has enough influence and sort of clout in Hollywood to be able to have quite a few producer credits. So no, I don't feel the need to verify that.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna go with J.J. Abrams. He's produced quite a few stuff.
Ooh. I always forget that he also does movies because he does so much TV as well. Good
Mm-hmm.
one. I'm going to ask the audience. So, everybody in the audience who's been shouting at your screen saying, how could you not think of this person? How could you not think of this person? Go ahead and shout out some of the producers that you've been wishing that I would say. Oh, she does have her own talk show. She absolutely does. I think she is just cute as a button. And if anybody can do it all, from being a mom to being an actor to being a producer, it is sweet little Drew Barrymore. She's also a good example of a double task and up and make her life productive. So great note there, Connie. So let's see what answers we have in the chat. If not, I thought of one that Ian mentioned in passing earlier. I probably shouldn't steal it from him, but if nobody has a better one in chat, then I'm going to circle back to Quentin Tarantino. I know he's also a director, but doesn't he sometimes also fund his projects and work as a director, as a producer?
Yes. Yeah,
Any
he's
chance Mr. I Love Shoes is a producer as well?
yep, he definitely is. He's
Okay.
served as
Well, we go
producer
back
on
to
quite
Ian
a few
for his next
films.
answer.
Um, you know, I had a name, but it's escaped me. I can probably think of another one. I'm gonna go with Sam Raimi, director of the original Spider-Man films and
Okay.
the Evil Dead movies.
Okay. Let's see. I'm still wanting to use my Ask the Audience, so y'all keep shouting out some great producers to help me out. Otherwise, I am down to just guessing. Let's see. I hate to say any names that I don't endorse, um, but I know that Weinstein is a producer. I absolutely do not endorse him, but his name is in film credits. So maybe
Yeah.
we can just agree that he is very troubled and needs some salvation, and go on to Ian's next.
I will name another person who I do not endorse, and that person is Roman Polanski. If you
Enough
don't,
said. Okay.
yep.
Brings it back to me, right? We won't talk about why he's not allowed in the US or the crimes against children, which he has committed. It
Mm-hmm.
is not our place to judge. It is the place of a jury and the place of God Almighty. Okay, I'm going to next say I think Adam Sandler has become a producer and has a production company. Is Adam Sandler a producer?
Yes, and the name of his production company, I believe, is Happy Madison.
Yes, Happy Madison. That's it. I should have known. You would know. Happy Madison. That is exactly it. Perfect. Okay. I love that even when it's my guest, that Ian still has all of the extra information about it. Is he a great guest or what? If y'all haven't already subscribed to his YouTube channel, which Danielle is dropping the link for, then make sure you subscribe to the F.W. Waller channel. He makes great critique and criticisms of classic movies, pointing out details we might have otherwise missed. And he has wonderful live broadcasts where he answers difficult questions and answers from the chat. And you basically can't stump this guy on his live. And if you ever have questions about movies, about superheroes, you can absolutely message him on my Discord. He takes the time to discuss movies on a private basis. And my answer checker has even messaged him a few times, I think. And if you want to see more of his views, that's where to find him. And we go back to Ian for his next answer on movie producers.
I'm going to go with Ridley Scott.
Ooh, yes. Okay, let's see who else. Okay, I'm not sure if my next only guess is left. And so, since I've only got guesses left, I'm going to guess it's probably wrong. Well, 50-50 chance. Is there any chance that Alfred Hitchcock is not only a director, but might be a producer? Probably not, but I'm
Yes.
going to guess.
Yes,
Oh,
he is.
okay.
Yep. Yes, Alfred Hitchcock has funded quite a few films that he has not directed.
Okay.
And I believe, and he's even got, he even had his own TV show called Alfred Hitchcock Presents
Yes,
that
indeed.
he produced. So, yes, Alfred Hitchcock definitely counts. All right.
All right. Woohoo.
My response to that would be another sort of famous suspense thriller storyteller who lived during the same time as Hitchcock, and that is Rod Serling, producer of The Twilight Zone.
Okay, excellent. I happen to love suspense and mystery. That's my all-time favorite genre. Okay. Since I'm down to guessing, y'all don't judge me if my guess is sooner or later turn to be wrong. I know that M. Night Shyamalan directs movies. I know he writes movies. Is there any chance he's ever been a producer
He
of
has.
movies? Okay, woohoo!
Yes, he has. My next pick will be Peter Jackson, director of the Lord of the Rings films
Oh,
and the
Lord of
Hobbit
the
films.
Rings. Okay.
Yep.
I was recently talking to my friend Big B about that because he is from New Zealand, and some
Oh,
or maybe all of those were filmed in New Zealand.
they were
He was a
all of them.
contestant last week.
Oh, that's great. Yep, they
Okay,
were all
let's.
filmed in New Zealand, and all those movies made New Zealand an insanely popular tourist spot because of the way that they were photographed.
Deservedly so. Okay. Now, I'm still guessing, y'all, so y'all don't be sad when eventually my guesses run out or my guesses turn to be wrong. I know Clint Eastwood is a noted actor. I think he did a little directing. Did he ever do any producing?
Yes. Yes, he has produced plenty of films.
Yay.
Clint Eastwood absolutely. He has the capital to be an investor in film projects, and he has before in the past. Absolutely. So
Great.
yeah, some producers they also double as producers and investors for the films they also direct. Some of them have the means to do so. They don't always have to rely on others to actually put the money forth. My response is going to be Stanley Kubrick, director of
Ooh,
2001: A Space
yes.
Odyssey,
Mhm.
Doctor Strangelove, Barry Lyndon, Full Metal Jacket, Clockwork Orange, The Shining. Lots of legendary classics.
Indeed. Okay. I'm thinking, and Robert Redford, did he become a director at some point? I'm sorry, a producer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Robert Redford has produced films. Which films exactly? I'm not entirely sure. I believe that that movie, All the President's Men, that he was in with Dustin Hoffman, I believe he served as a producer on that film. If
We
not
can
that,
check
then
with Lisa.
yeah, sure.
Let's check with Lisa. Okay. Lisa, Lisa, Miss Lisa M. Adventure Time. Would you check with your cyber assistant device to see what films Robert Redford has produced?
Alexa, what film has Robert Redford produced?
Robert Redford is known for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, All the President's Men, Ordinary People, and The Natural, the movie.
Oh, but that was his acting. Can you ask in a different way? What movies does Robert Redford have a producer credit? Pretty please.
Alexa, what movies does Robert Redford have producer credit for?
From GlamourFame.com, Redford also owns his own production company, Wildwood Enterprises, which has produced the films with the likes of Downhill Racer, The Candidate, All the President's Men, and The Electric Horseman starring him.
I knew it. That confirms it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lisa. Well, sometimes it's just good to confirm it. It never hurts. Okay, so we go back to Ian for his next answer.
I'm gonna go with. Did I say George Miller?
You have not.
Yeah,
I'm going to
he's
use.
the
Mhm.
he's the director of the Mad Max film franchise, but he's also produced quite a few other films. Funny enough, one pretty well-known film that he's known for producing is the movie Babe, about the pig.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to use my Ask the Audience, and Canadian girl Renee is pointing out James Cameron. How could I not have thought of the producer of Titanic?
And director.
And director as well. And everybody, make sure you're clicking on the link that Danielle Barnes is dropping for the FW Waller channel. And we go back to Ian for his next answer.
I'm gonna go with John Carpenter.
Okay,
The
good one.
director of Halloween, Escape from New York, Christine, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, Lots of classic films. Oh,
Okay, I need to use my Ask the Audience again. So, everybody in the audience, go ahead and shout out some movie directors for me, movie producers. I don't know why I keep doing that. Some movie producers for me, pretty please. Um, let's see. Otherwise, I might just be stumped. Trying to think who else I might could possibly think of. I may have to admit defeat, y'all.
I mean, if you can
I
think
should
of
know
any
of
other
more.
if you can think of any other famous actors, like really famous influential actors, there's a pretty good chance they've served as producers on some film project at some point in the past.
Well, we could be naming actors all day here, but
I know, but like it
okay. I'm going to then guess Will Smith. I think a few of his projects, especially some ones for which I want to say that Will Smith might have been a producer. Any chance that Will Smith has been a producer?
I can't think of
Any
any
chance that
films.
Will Smith might be a producer?
I can't think of any right offhand that he's produced, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does have a producer credit for a few.
Well, let's bring in Lisa. Lisa, oh Lisa, pretty please ask your cyber assistant device if Will Smith has any producer credits.
Alexa, does Will Smith have any producer credits?
From Hitch.com. According to IMDb, Will has 83 acting credits, 53 producer credits, 3
Oh,
as writer, and 2 as director.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, he does.
Okay, thank you, Lisa. We go back to Ian.
I'm gonna go with Francis Ford Coppola, director of The Godfather and Apocalypse Now. And
Great one.
yep.
I'm going to use my second as the audience, and I'm going to take Canadian girl Renee's answer of Spike Lee. Is Spike Lee
Mm-hmm.
also a producer in addition to being a director?
Yes. Yes, he is. There's been quite a few films that open with Spike Lee presents. If you see if any like filmmaker or actor or any of them have if they have presents under their name, that's basically them serving as a producer. Like Quentin Tarantino presents, Steven Spielberg presents, stuff like that. So yes, Spike Lee absolutely has served as a producer on several films. Can you hear me?
And if
Are you
y'all
there?
have
Okay.
already clicked on the F.W. Waller YouTube link that Danielle Barnes is dropping, go ahead and click the link, subscribe, and connect with Ian's channel. And we go back to Ian's next answer for movie producer.
I'm gonna go with Sylvester Stallone.
Good one. Well, now that I know, I just need to think of a big name presents. I know that Oprah Winfrey must be a movie producer because I've seen lots of Oprah Winfrey presents type movies.
Yep, that is correct. Um, I would say back to that. I would go with John Woo,
Ooh, good one.
legendary action
Um,
film director.
Another director I think might also be a producer, but I'm not sure, is Baz Luhrmann.
Yes.
I'm thinking he produced some of um, Nicole Kidman movies, but maybe I'm thinking of the wrong
Yes.
person.
I believe you're correct. I think he directed the 2000s remake of the Stepford Wives.
And I was thinking maybe he was behind Moulin Rouge.
Yeah. He directed Moulin Rouge. Yes. I was trying to think of what all he made.
Okay, we go back to Ian for his next answer of movie producers.
I'm gonna go with Akira Kurosawa.
Okay. Well, since we're going foreign, I'm thinking that Jackie Chan has produced a few movies as well. Any chance that Jackie Chan has some producer credits?
He absolutely does.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
I'm going to say I just
For those of you who are tuning in late, so far Ian has won the first 2 of 3 categories, so he's really already won. But we are just playing this third category for fun, and the category is movie producers. If you haven't already clicked on the link that Danielle Barnes is dropping to his fabulous and famous YouTube channel, which has over 3,000 subscribers, go ahead and click on the FW Waller link. And Ian, what's your next answer? No, we didn't lose him. Oh no, please don't let us have lost him. Ian, come back, come back. Where are you? Where are you? Oh no, we seem to have lost connection with Ian. While we're trying to get him back, let me remind everybody that tomorrow, which is Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be having the Viewers' Choice Auction. I hope everybody will be able to join us. The viewers have voted for the Christmas in July theme. So I hope that everybody will be able to attend the Christmas in July auction
hello.
tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we've got Ian back. We must have accidentally pushed some kind of button.
I did,
So ever
yes.
so glad to get him back. Well, I thought we had him back. Let me try
I
again
do.
to add him to the screen.
Hang on.
Come back, come back. There he is. So sorry about that, Ian. What is your next answer?
My next answer is Robert Zemeckis, director of the Back to the Future movies and Forrest Gump, among many others.
I'm sorry. I think your answer was cut off. Would you kindly repeat your answer for the audience?
Can you hear me well at all?
I can hear you now. We heard you say that your answer directed the Back to the Future movies. We just didn't hear what your answer was.
Robert Zemeckis.
Oh, Robert Zemeckis. Okay, great
Yep.
answer.
Yep. Also directed Forrest Gump.
Right, Oscar winner Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks. Okay. Oh, speaking of Tom Hanks, I think Tom Hanks may also have produced a few movies, including some movies for his wife, Rita Wilson.
You would be correct. So yes, Tom Hanks is absolutely an answer. He's also produced some TV shows like the HBO series Band of Brothers.
Okay. We go back to Ian for his next answer.
My next answer is going to be Ron Howard.
Ooh, good one. Good one. Well, we were talking about now, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that in addition to Tom Hanks producing movies for his wife, Rita Wilson, I believe Rita herself has also produced some movies, including My Big Fat Greek Wedding, both 1 and 2. Is she indeed a producer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if she's married to Tom Hanks and she has a successful career of her own, then yeah, she absolutely has invested in some film projects in her time.
Okay. We go back to
Uh,
Ian for his next answer.
for my answer, I'm going to go with Robert Rodriguez.
Ooh, good one. Okay, I'm going to guess that Meryl Streep must have produced something over the years, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, let's see. Dario Argento, famous Italian horror director.
Okay. Well, if we're going international, I'm going to guess one of the most well known Italian directors. I'm thinking he might have also produced. How about Federico Fellini? Any chance
Yes.
Fellini was also a producer?
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. We go back to Ian for his next answer.
I'm going to go with another foreign pick with Ingmar Bergman, famous Swedish director. Directed The Seventh Seal, Persona, Hour of the Wolf, many classic sort of art house films.
Okay, well, while we're going foreign, I'm going to pick a British citizen. I'm pretty sure, and we can check this out if you're not 100% sure, that Kenneth Branagh is, is also a producer in addition to an actor and a director. Do you know if Kenneth Branagh is a producer?
Yes, absolutely. I think he's probably. I think if there's been a sort of a Shakespeare adaptation, there's a good chance he's been an
Yes.
investor on it.
Yes, yes, yes. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Okay, we go
because
back to
he's
Ian's answer. Hey, y'all, am I hanging in there or what with this topic? See, Ian was worried and hanging in there, not too bad, right, y'all? Give us a little bit of encouragement in the chat. And we go back to Ian for his next answer.
Edgar Wright, famous British comedy director.
Okay, I'm going to go with another British citizen. Kenneth Branagh's original wife was Emma Thompson. And I'm pretty sure that she produced Sense and Sensibility. I think she also produced that movie about some of the female poets. I can't think what it's called, but do you know if Emma Thompson is a correct answer as a producer, or should we check with Lisa?
Yes. Yeah. Emma Thompson's definitely produced some films.
Okay.
Hmm. Uh, oh, I just thought of a really infamous one. Dino De Laurentiis. He served as a really controlling producer on several movies in like the 70s and 80s. He was known for being absolutely completely insane and tyrannical with the sort of guidelines he gave directors and the actors and actresses and stuff. So
Ooh. Okay,
yeah.
well, glad we didn't have to deal with him then. And thank you, Renee, for the fleur de lis of encouragement in the audience. I appreciate that so much. Okay, let's see. Who else might have been a producer? I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to pick somebody from New Orleans. One of the scariest writers that I know is Anne Rice. She is best known for writing Interview with the Vampire, as well as many other movies. But she was also a producer of that movie or any other movie. So, Ian, is Anne Rice also a producer in addition to an author?
Yes. And I think in response, I'm also going to name an author slash producer. I'm going to go with Michael Crichton. He's
Ooh,
written,
okay.
he's written books like The Andromeda Strain, The Great Train Robbery. I think probably his most well-known work is Jurassic Park, which he
Ooh,
also
okay.
served as a producer and a co-screenwriter on.
Well, if we're going down the path of authors who were also producers, any chance Stephen King
Oh, absolutely.
was ever a producer?
Oh, yes. Stephen King has absolutely been a producer on several films that adapted his
Okay,
work.
yes.
Hmm.
Wonderful. Okay, we go back to Ian for his next answer. And if you're not already subscribed to Ian's YouTube channel, FW Waller, click the link as dropped by Danielle Barnes. And if you're not already a member of my Discord, where you can find Ian and you can find lots of my other guests, then make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my Discord. Renee, make sure you drop the link. It's always in my description. We go back to Ian for his next answer on this, the third round of play.
I'm going to go with I believe J.K. Rowling. She served as a producer on the Harry Potter films. So I think she definitely counts. Did you hear what I said? Um,
Oh, am
oh my,
I
oh
buffering?
boy. Uh, your voice lagged very, very badly just now.
Oh, no, wait a minute. J.K. Rowling, great answer. I am so sorry that I am buffering. Well, between the
Oh,
buffering and This is a good sign that I need to admit I am stumped. So, for a third category in a row, Ian Waller of the FW Waller YouTube channel, who is such a movie enthusiast, has won. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! So, everybody in the chat, celebrate Ian winning 3 out of 3 rounds yet again here on his appearance of Battle with Belle. As always, Ian, I have to ask you if you will someday come back for a rematch, because you always have such fun categories, ones that everybody can relate to, and ones that even if I don't know, sometimes I can get in a few guesses. So thank you, as always, for being my guest and being my friend.
You're absolutely welcome. I'm glad to help out whenever I can.
Okay, and so everybody, join me tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time for my Viewer's Choice auction, where the theme that y'all voted on for tomorrow's auction is Christmas in July. So we will have great Christmas decorative items. We will have collectible Hallmark ornaments. We will have home decor. We'll have even some Christmas rugs, all things Christmas. So make sure you set your notifications. You plan to join me tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I say, laissez bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Roll in your life. Roll in your heart. Roll in your soul.